Hi, happy Pride Month, everyone. I just got home a few minutes ago. I was spending the night at my boyfriend's place. That was fun. I wanted to talk about woke church. Whoa, scary, I know. So, I did spend the night over at my boyfriend's place. And afterwards, we went to his church. And that was cool. It was like a woke church, had pride flags, things like that up. So that was awesome. We were a little bit late. We overslept because we stayed up a little bit late the night before. And when we got to the church, we had missed like only a little bit. We were like 10 minutes late, not too bad. The message was, I think, as the church said, drawing a bigger circle. Like, basically, everyone should be welcome in the church. That sort of thing. Which, that was cool. There was, they had like a fancier communion than I'm used to. They had like you like dip the bread in the juice, which I'm not used to. It usually the ones I go to, they give you like just a little cup. So that was a little unique, but it was cool. It was nice going to his church. It felt like a good church. It didn't feel weird. It was definitely pretty small and not too fancy, but it was nice. I enjoyed that church. They like every time they said something, they repeated it in Spanish so that Spanish speakers could listen. So I thought that was awesome. There were a lot of like really cool small things about it. But it was nice being in a church where like I didn't pick up on like those subtle little hints of like things that made me really uncomfortable. Like I remember one time I was in church and the pastor, I don't remember why, but he started like ranting about how like liberal churches with like the pride flags up and like drag queens singing about God or calling God a woman or something like that. And it was like that's not good. But I remember at the time thinking, that sounds great. I want to go to that church because it sounds better. 'Cause a lot of the churches I've been to, you like pick up on like these little subtle, small things that just are sometimes not even intentionally said, but you just pick up on it, and it makes you a little uncomfortable. So that's been something I've had to like learn, and it was nice going to a different church that felt a little bit better. I stayed a bit after to help put some of the things up. The biggest thing I didn't like about it is they didn't really go over too much, like actual verses or cover the Bible too much this time. A lot of it was focused on worship, which is probably my least favorite part. I don't really like the songs. It's just like not my kind of music, and I don't like standing up for them a lot of times, but I'll do it. It's just usually my least favorite part. I like to. It, it would have been nice to hear like a more accepting church go over some more verses. I remember they went over, I think it was Revelation, and how they said that Revelation shouldn't be read literally, but more of like metaphorically, I think. And I think after the service, they said it was probably their least favorite book because of like a lot of the stuff that comes from it, which that's fair. I mean, it was super nice going to a woke church. Whoa. I enjoyed it. It was interesting. I think it was what kind of church? It wasn't Catholic or Protestant. I think it was a United Methodist or just a regular Methodist, one of the two. Um, so that was fun. That was cool. And I had a lot of fun with my boyfriend. It was very enjoyable to spend time with him. He's a little bit of a goober, a silly goose. So that was fun. We did sleep together in the same bed. Like literally, not like sex. I'm talking about we like slept in the same bed. It honestly wasn't as fun as I was thinking it would be cuz like we've cuddled before, like on the floor, on a couch, in my bathtub because we were being a little bit silly, and my OCD doesn't allow him to get on my bed, so we had to pick the floor or the bathtub. We picked both. So like we've cuddled before and that's been nice, but sleeping together was a little weird because I don't know, it felt like his bed was kind of uncomfortable. The blanket wasn't big enough for the two of us. And then also we got like really hot with like both of each other being there. And we didn't really like cuddle as we fell asleep. At least not at the start. It was like a little bit more comfortable when we like were a little closer, but eh, it happens. And I had also taken my like sleep medication a little late, so I wasn't fully tired yet. But I enjoyed it. It was nice going to the woke church and spending the day with my boyfriend. I like doing these little updates on things going on in my life. I feel like it's a fun way to track my progress. So I'm glad some of you have been enjoying this. I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye. Bye bye.